What's cracking, people? Angelic Mayhem here. So, welcome to Adventure Park. This is going to be a video that I want to put together to talk about how to achieve a level 2 star rating, okay? It's not actually very complicated, but it's not intuitive either. So, I just want to kind of go through it real quick for, because I know that some people out there have been having a trouble just kind of escalating to that next level. They're not really sure what it's all about. So what does this 2-star rating mean, okay? It means three things. It means, number one, that you have a variety of rides and a small amount of vegetation, okay? Those are two things. And then also the third thing, and this is where most people are getting tripped up, your prices are just right, okay? That is the key to progressing in this game. So what I did was I threw together like a real quick little, like a tiny park. And I'm just going to go through real quick and show you where the prices are, okay? Now, here's the front gate, okay? You can see that my entry price is $20. Now, the question becomes, well, you may be saying, well, I started a game, and, if I jack it immediately to $20, people go nuts. That's correct, okay? This game is about the evolution of a theme park. Okay, so you're going to start off at $1 or $2 or $3. Then as you add the pieces, you will have to readjust your pricing in order to A, turn a profit. Okay, that's most important. But B, to convince your people that you are worth that second star. Okay, the same is true for all your other rides. As you plop down each ride, when nobody's gone on it yet, because they're still physically walking there, you can't just jack up the price to wherever you want it to be. You got to have it in just the right spot, at like $1 or $2. And then as people start to love it, jack up the price from there. So how do you know if the price is right? Well, basically, it will tell you that the price is just right. If you jack up this price too high, it will change. Let me go up here. I may have to hit play in order to make this happen. There we go. It will change to, it's a bit too pricey, okay? Now, in order to graduate to your second star, these words can't appear on any of these rides. The converse is true, too. They can't be too cheap. So what happens is, like the other line, I think it says something like, oh, this is so cheap and, blah, blah, blah. You can't have that either, okay? It has to be... It has to be, the prices here are just right, all right? So that's what, you have to, kind of massage the numbers until you get it literally just right. You also need to have this vegetation, which means that, it just has to be a small thing like this. It doesn't matter, like how big it is or how in-depth it is. And technically, I didn't even need to add the grass. I know that, this whole area is going to become like a little mini park for me. And so, I just kind of threw this together. But you'll notice that I have a gardener there. Okay, that's very important. You can't have trees that are kind of sickly or dying or anything like that. I also threw in an anchor. I don't believe, and these skull heads and things like that, I don't believe that they actually contribute to the star rating. I just kind of threw them in there because, I wanted the park to be, pirate themed, so there you go. Also, I have a 5-star technician. He is worth his salary, so throw him in there. The 5-star technician is in charge of the big rides, and his job is just to maintain these 3 roller coasters. You can see that I've massaged his area of responsibility to make sure that he only does the roller coasters. And I also have a cleaner to handle the trash cans and also these bathrooms down here. The bathrooms are out of the way and behind a fence. I don't really think that matters too much, but I'm not 100% sure about that yet, so we'll see how that works out. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, so whenever you get a park, okay, you're going to have long paths that go through the park, okay? Wipe all those out, all right? Don't use any of them, and ignore these machines over here. That was from another thing that I was doing. All these paths, just get rid of them, okay? Also, I'm sure, if any of you have seen this, you realize that there used to be a fence here. I completely wiped that as well. Not only do you get the cash back from selling the fence pieces, but you also, just obliterate all this and then just literally start from scratch, okay? Because what happens is these people have to be constantly entertained in order to keep this bar completely green. If they're out here and they're wandering around these long paths all the way out here, they're not doing anything, okay? They may see these trees and these corals, and for a second they might be interested in that, But for the most part, they're not hitting your rides. They're not, they're not spending any money. They're not seeing your machines. So really, this is less about the design of your park than it is about the business of your park. This game is very business oriented. If you can succeed at this, you could literally run a theme park because you understand the relationship between people and profits. Now, I'm not going to tell you that this game isn't flawed in many ways when it comes to the numbers and, some weird things like that. But for the most part, that's what they're shooting for, okay? So you should have that as your mindset. Well, anyway, I think that this will be the end of this video. I'll do another one on how to get to level 3. I will tell you, for those of you who are wondering, let me pause this again. So we have 2 stars, right? That will open up a bit more in the way of, like different plants and things like that you can have. Pathfinding, you now have the stone walls. For the machines, you get the buffalo ride. Oh, here it is. The buffalo ride. You get this western thing, and then you get a wooden roller coaster. Down here now, you start to get into the actual physical buildings. Of all the buildings in the game that I hate, first of all, these bathrooms, you have to charge people to use a porta potty. I don't understand that, okay? Like, they have some... It's as if the people who designed this game never actually walked into a physical theme park. So we now have actual restrooms, okay, and drink stands and things like that. Concessions are the most important part of the theme park, but sadly not in this game, okay? In real life, they're an essential part of a theme park. Oh, and there's just, a couple more decorations like the bison skull and things like that. So that's basically it for the tutorial on Double Star. I'll be back when I get to 3 stars, and then I'll do a video then. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button or subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content like this in the future. I'm Angelic Mayhem, and I'll see you next time.